Welcome to Back to the Bible. Week 4, Love. Day 23, a great responsibility. Collect yourself before God. Psalms chapter 61, verses 1, 2 and 3. Hear my cry, O God. Listen to my prayer. From the end of the earth I call to you. When my heart is faint, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For you have been my refuge, a strong tower against the enemy. God's promise for today. Luke chapter 1, verses 32 and 33. He will be great and will be called the Son of Most High, and the Lord will give him the throne of his father David, and he will reign over the house of Jacob forever. And of his kingdom there will be no end. Consider today's truth. Stewards of life. Every first-time parent feels a huge responsibility as they take the newborn home. This is all new and they aren't sure if they can do it. How will they know what the child needs? How long should they let them cry? What if they get sick? Eventually, parents understand that there is more to raising a child than keeping them fed and safe. They want to prepare them for life. Music lessons, choosing a school, sports team, manners, chores, choosing friends. All the skills are to be modeled and instilled. After all, their child may become a doctor, teacher, lawyer, or civic leader. We want to prepare our children for what they will be. What if the child was to be a king? A king in the nursery. Mary was overwhelmed by Gabriel's pronouncement of God's grace. But the angelic message became even heavier. Her child Jesus had a magnificent future. He would be known as the Son of God. He could grow to be the ruler of Israel, and his kingdom would be unceasing. How could Mary raise such a great king? What could she teach him about ruling? How could she prepare him for the role God had for him? What if she made a mistake? We have little in the scriptures about Jesus' household experience. We can assume that Mary and Joseph told Jesus the detail of his birth. Gabriel's message, angels, shepherds, and magi. Joseph taught carpentry to Jesus. We know they took him to the temple and must have provided a grounding in the scriptures. Beyond that, there is nothing in the home we know of what that catered to Jesus' future reign. The most significant training that Mary and Joseph could offer was love. Of course, the education and shaping of Jesus was not simply up to Mary and Joseph. God was at work. God could make Jesus king. The Spirit was upon Jesus, shaping him in obedience and maturity. The Father would declare from the heavens, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased." Matthew 3:17. Mary and Joseph did what they ought to do, but the hand of God was active, doing only what he could do. Not just us working, it is an important lesson for us all. For our children, jobs, houses, finances, and relationships. We have responsibilities for each, but God is at work. The mistakes we make need not to be disastrous. The success we have may not be determinative. Our lives are not simply the product of our hands, but the blessing of God in and through the work of our hands. Psalms chapter 90, verses 17. No Christian parent raises their children alone. No Christian grandparent need feel helpless as they watch the coming generations. God is at work. He is active in family, occupations, neighborhoods, governments, schools, and congregations. We have a to worship to fulfill with the people, gifting and opportunity God sends us. God does not simply watch us, but works in and through us. Receive God's promise. Where in your life do you sense vulnerability? Your children, grandchildren, parents, or spouse? You are not sure that they will be all that God intends. You are not sure you have done everything possible. But remember, even when you have done all that you could do, God is doing more. Reflect with God. Consider the truth of Luke 1:32 and 33 and respond to this teaching with prayer. God bless you.